It's good to be here. Before going any further, let me begin, as I always do, by giving the oath to those who are responsible for our being here, and that is our ancestors. So if you will, just kind of join with me in your mind and your spirit as I do this. O ancestors blacker than 1,000 midnights, African ancestors, it is to you that we, your children, give respect and honor. O ancestors, we call upon you and we welcome you in this place. African ancestors, let your presence fill this place. O ancestors, who have been purposely excluded from the history books so that the world would not know of your greatness. Our African ancestors who gave civilization to the world. Our African ancestors who gave the arts to the world. Our African ancestors who gave music to the world. Our African ancestors who gave the sciences to the world. Our African ancestors who gave mathematics to the world. Our African ancestors who gave medicine to the world. Our African ancestors who gave literature to the world. Our African ancestors who gave philosophy to the world. Our African ancestors who gave God consciousness to the world. Oh, ancestors, we thank you for devoting your life to make a future for us, your children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. Now stand with us, strengthen us, guide us, teach us, and protect us from the snare of our enemies. Rise up, O African ancestors, and let our enemies be scattered, and give us the wisdom and the boldness to deal with our oppressors and those who would hinder the liberation and empowerment of our people. Rise up, O African ancestors, and live in us. And we will not fail to honor you. We will not fail to hear you. We will not fail to respect you, and we will not betray you. Ashe. Ashe. Brothers and sisters, or whoever's responsible for it, would you please see that the lights are turned up for me? All right, I like to see everybody's face in the room. I'm not here to entertain y'all. This ain't no show. I'm here to minister to you African truth. And when I look at your face, it kind of helps me to understand if you're grabbing what I'm saying. If I can't see you, then I don't know what's happening. Besides, I want to also see my enemy too. I want to see my enemy as well. Brothers and sisters, how y'all doing? It's good to see you. It's so good. My sisters, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Listen, y'all, first of all, I'd like to just say thank you to everybody who's here. I'd like to say that I really appreciate you coming to hear what I have to share with you. To those of you who are listeners of WBLR, our radio station, thank you for your listening and your support to that. Is that Hagins Cobb up there? Hey, Hagins, what's happening? Cindy? Hey, y'all, what's happening? Oh, look at here. I love y'all, man. You know, I mean, they came all the way down from Philadelphia area, you know. It's, yeah, hey, man, look at you, Kermit. All the way from Washington, D.C. I got some water right there. Okay. Right, I got my son with me. Oh, man. See, y'all, see, this is what encourages me, y'all. This is what encourages me. I honor all of you, my brothers and sisters, and again, thank you for coming and sharing. And I pray, I really mean that with everything in me, I pray that something that I will share with you today will be life transforming for you. All right, I didn't come to just give you a lecture. I am a pastor. You know what that means? That means that I am interested in your empowerment. That means I am interested in your spiritual development and growth. That means I'm really interested not in just what you have up here in your dome, but also what you have in your heart. Okay, because it is really what you have in your heart that's going to give you the strength to navigate through daily life affairs. Okay, you can have all this intellectual knowledge and be like a waterhead baby. You got all this knowledge up here and you're top heavy and you can't even function from day to day. You know, something's really wrong with that picture. You know, so my job is to really give you life, you know, to help you get to where you need to be at according to the purpose of the creator, creatress in your life. Okay? I'd also like to take a moment to honor my best friend, my brother, who's with me today, Dr. Ray Morgan. He's a physician here in New York. In fact, y'all, he is my physician. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I don't trust my body to everybody. You know, and he's an MD, he's a PhD, and he is also a doctor of natural medicine. And he's here in New York, so I encourage all of you to, if you need a good physician, that's the man. I recommend him, okay? Go see this brother. His office is there in Brooklyn, all right? And I even asked him to bring some of his products with us today, so it's over there on the table as well. Brother Sonetta asked me to come and talk to y'all, and is he in the room? Did he step out? There he is. I honor you, man. I honor you, brother, for the stand that you're taking. I know it ain't easy, brother.
Thank you, brother.
It's not easy trying to wake up a people who don't want to wake up, man.
All right, thank you, brother.
When people are sleeping, they don't want to be disturbed. You know, how many times y'all, when that alarm clock goes off and y'all reached over and hit that thing? Boom. You know, you just hit it. Boom. You know, like you're angry with the clock. Bam. You know, leave me alone. Bam. But then you the one that set it to wake you up. And then you're going to get attitude with the clock, you know? Okay, that's how we are. We enjoy sleeping. So the task of waking up a people who enjoy sleeping is difficult at times. And it can get very discouraging, you know? And that's why I said, you know, when I look at those who come from such great distances, it's so encouraging to me, you know, because I meet a lot of opposition, y'all, especially from church folk. I meet a lot of opposition. And it's really deep because the only thing I have ever asked anyone to do, anyone, especially my brothers and sisters in the churches, only thing I've asked them to do is invalidate one thing I've said. Just invalidate what I said. And I already can. I'll take it back. And they don't do it. Oh, no. You know. So I've reached the point now where we're telling people, you know, you have the right to remain ignorant. You know. And law enforcement, I used to say you have the right to remain silent. Now I tell people you have the right to remain ignorant. See what I'm saying? I've been asked today to talk to you, so before I get into it, I want to open up with what I have in this circle here. And I'm sure everybody can see it, I hope you can. For those who are sitting up here might not be able to read it, here's what it says. It says, the space inside this circle represents my realm of knowledge. All that I think I know about whatever I think I know is depicted right here within this circle. I must keep in mind, and everybody repeat this after me, I must keep in mind, that there is more to know, than what is within the circumference of my awareness. Now, if you will, everybody kind of do this. Make a circle with your fingers, all right? Because as I talk today, I'm going to say, make your circle. Make your circle. And when I say that, what that means is I know somebody ain't liking what I'm saying. So the purpose of that circle there is to remind you that what I'm saying is outside of your circumference of awareness. It doesn't mean I'm wrong. It simply means you don't know what I'm talking about.
That's it. That's it.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And if you don't know what I'm talking about, for you to sit there and say that ain't true is only an expression of your ignorance.
Break it down.
Am I making sense, people?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and see, that's one of the things I deal with as a teacher, especially with our people. I have to deal with folk. I may make a statement, and immediately they tell me that ain't true. When did you go check out what I said? When did you go do some research? When did you go look into what I said to see if what I said is accurate or inaccurate? So all I ask you today is to exercise some integrity and give my research some respect. You follow what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And if you don't agree with what I said, make a note of it, go check it out, go do some research, and then get back to me later and say,